How's that for a crazy one? Have a bit of fun in the kitchen, there you go. What a fantastic looking pie. Hi everyone, welcome to Backyard Chef. I'm Rick. Today we're doing a crazy one. We're making a Big Mac pie. You know, come on. A bit of fun in the kitchen, a bit of lightheartedness. There's too much going on around the world. We're going to enjoy our cooking. Now, I like a Big Mac, but you know, I prefer to make my own Big Mac, to be honest, which is virtually the same as Big Mac. So we can make it at home. So we're going to change this. We're going to make a Big Mac pie just for fun. Okay, it's going to have all the flavors in it and everything in there. I'm using a 7-inch spring foam tin. Now, we are using puff pastry, ready rolled, and short crust pastry. Now, what I have done, I've already cut it because I didn't want to be messing around rolling out. I want to get on. Now, this is my short crust pastry, okay? Now, what I've done with the 7-inch tin, I've just taken another tin which I think fits over there quite nicely, and I've cut round it. So I've rolled out the pastry, put that down, cut round it with a knife, okay? So we got that rolled out pastry there. Now the reason I want it bigger, Big Mac is a burger. I want a little bit up the sides in the bottom. Let's do it. We're going to blind bake. So we want that in there with a little bit up the sides. Okay, can you see what we've got going on there? We've got a little bit of a lip going up the side. Now I'm using baking beads. You want your oven on about 180. We're going to blind bake this. Let's just dock that at the bottom because we actually want this to hold its shape at the bottom and not puff up too much. It's like our burger base. Okay, in there. And let's hope that holds it down. Okay, in the oven about 15 minutes. Then we bring it out, take the beads out and put it back in for 5. Come on. Now before we get on to cooking the beef, we want to make up the Mackie type sauce. Now we're going to make it thicker because it's going inside a pie. Okay? I've got cream cheese, I've got yellow mustard, which is going brown, ketchup, mayo, and we want to go in there with some sweet pickle. We're going in with about that much, and we're going to mix it all up. Come on. And that is going to be our Mackie sauce. Now we've got the cream cheese in there because we want a bit of body, a bit of thickness, a bit of creaminess. And I'm using Kewpie mayo actually, but it doesn't matter what mayo you use. So that is going to be our burger sauce, okay? Add more ketchup if you want it, have it a little bit more pink. That's up to you. That is our sauce. Whilst that's cooking away in there, doing our base, grab a pan. We want to fry off our beef. So just chuck your meat in there. Now, depending how fatty your meat is, depends if you want to put any oil in. So break it up, start to cook it off, and then we're going to chuck some onions in here. Now, what we want to be doing is making like a taco filling. It does not want to be a loose mince filling. And I'm sure there's going to be a heck of a lot of water comes out of here. So cook the water off first, fry the beef, chuck the onions in. Always season your meat. Salt. pepper. And look at all that water. Woo. It'll cook off. Now don't worry about the water content in there with your onion. Nice little cook on there, soften up your onions. That's definitely going to soften it up in there. Boiling away, and then we'll a little fry on there. Should take out all the rawness of that onion. It should be lovely. Now obviously a Mackie D burger is all burger meat and you have dehydrated little bits of onion in. Mackie D is on the channel actually, how to make it. But we're cooking the onion in with this for maximum flavour. With it going in a pie. Now it looks like we're getting down to the oils from the meat now, look. Right, this is onion and garlic powder. Oh, what a fabulous smell. Right, just see if we can put a little bit of a tinge on there, because that's going to give us that really nice burgery type flavour inside. We have to think about, we have to thicken this, because if we don't thicken this, it's going to be like eating a sloppy Joe. Okay, so obviously it's loose mince. Now what we're going to do, we've got a couple of tablespoons of corn flour in there, and we're going to make a thick corn flour slurry. So I'm going to start with just about 1 tablespoon of water, and we might need more. I doubt it, but we might. And that is going straight in there with that mince. So in we go. Bring it all in. We want to sticky this up like a good taco seasoning. So as you can see now, look, if we give it a press, it's going to hold together. Okay, that's what we want. We want this to hold together like a burger. That's great. Flame off, job done. Get the pastry out of the oven. There we go, we got this lovely pastry base there, look. Just let it cool. Now we will be increasing the oven temperature to about 200 degrees. We actually want to cook off the puff pastry on the top of here. Okay, are we ready for this mad recipe? We are going in there with that burger mix. Now, you have to give it a tamper down. So, give it a little tampering down in there. That's looking quite cool. Now we've got to be putting a decent layer of cheese on there, and we're all going to overlap it because, you know, a Big Mac has got the cheese in there. And we're using this processed cheese, as you can see, because that's what's in a Big Mac. But if you want to go for cheddar or anything like that, feel free. And use as much cheese as you want. Doesn't matter. We want a bit of that Big Mac sauce on there, don't we? Don't use it all up. You want some to eat with. Take some pickles. They're on there. Oh, that looks sensational already. Now we want a puff pastry top going inside there. And we'll take the same tin that I did for the short crust pastry to make the base. However, I drew around it that way to have a side up. Now I want the crust to fit inside there. So I'm watching it overlook. That fits on there. So we'll do that. We'll give it a press. like that. And that should give us a rough indentation. Just fold this pastry in like this, all the way around there. That's going to give us our burger crust, if you like. I mean, you could go to town and just cut all this off if you want, but I can't see the point in wasting it, to be honest. Might as well just come inside the pie. Give that a little turning down. Right, take your pie, take your pastry, and shove that in there. So we got that lovely little top sat on top of there, look. We're going to give it a little dust of egg wash on there, and we're going to chuck some sesame on, like it would be for a burger bun. What a bit of fun that will be, come on. Sesame seeds. Okay, we're going to bung that in the oven. We're going to bake it for about 25-30 minutes, and hopefully it's not all going to just come out. And then we're going to have to let it stand for about 15 minutes because we want it all to sticky back up again. Right, let's get that in the oven. That's not hot, is it? Come on. Okay, when you've had about 25-30 minutes, that wants to be coming out of there. Oh, look at that. Right, we've got to give that a good 10 minutes to cool down-ish and set up. And then what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and lift this lid and stuck some lettuce under there like you would with a Big Mac. Now we're looking at being careful here because obviously that meat might just pop out. Right, that will come out of there, so let's put that back down there. What we're going to do is just pop that, but we're going to run a knife around because of the cheese. We're coming up the way instead of down the way, but not to worry. Whoa, look at that. Right, we are lifting this lid. Lift that up. Oh yeah. On there. On there, our lettuce. Put that lid back on there. Ho ho! Big Mac pie. How's that for a crazy one? Have a bit of fun in the kitchen. There you go. What a fantastic looking pie. It's nicely set up a little bit, look there. Come on, I think we're going to get a slice. Oh, for me, I think we could have done an extra 10 minutes in the oven there and crisped a bit more. It's got a crispy top, but I think the pastry is only just cooked inside. So 10 minutes more, that would have been a perfect top. Oh, look at that. That is sensational. That is off the charts. Now that is what I call cooking is fun. Oh yeah. Obviously served with fries, but I've got chips. That looks just like a Big Mac. Come on. Now you could probably try and eat this if you wanted with your hamburger. You're going to get covered. Oh. Come on, in within here. Oh. Oh, you're kidding me. That is sensational. What a fantastic flavour. Just like a Big Mac. Oh yeah. You got that Mackie D cottage sauce in there with the pickles. You got the processed cheese, the lettuce. You've got our beef in there. That bit of pickle. It tastes just the same. There you go. A little bit of fun for a change, look, come on. A little bit of craziness, a bit of fun in the kitchen, relax, enjoy. You've got a Big Mac pie, share with your friends, get your friends round, cut that up, cut it into 4. Everybody enjoy a Big Mac slice. Oh, unbelievable. If you do like what we're doing, big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell. We'll catch you in the next video. It tastes just like a Big Mac. Of course it does.